Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I actually need to make sure that I'm on here. Let me make sure. Good morning. Y'all, I was in the other window on my screen. Good morning. Good morning to ATL Gale. Good morning to Barry Addison. Good morning to everybody here. Okay, y'all. So initially I was going to give y'all a throwback this morning, but the throwback video that I wanted to give to y'all is almost 2 hours long. And then I got to looking at it and I was like, well, do I want to present this or do I want to wait? So I think I'm going to wait on it. But I hope that everybody's doing well as well. We made it to Monday. We made it to the beginning of a new work week. I have to tell y'all, because I came live to y'all last night, I do feel like pretty much everything that I wanted to tell y'all about the weekend, I told y'all last night. So I guess this will just be one of those lives where I will just recap a little bit of what I've seen, answer any questions that people may have, just give y'all something smooth to listen to this morning on your way to work or as you're getting ready for work. Now, this morning while I was prepping to get ready to come here with y'all, what I did notice that I really hadn't delved into is that I guess y'all one of the Umar boys, I ain't called them the Umar boys in so long. But one of the Umar boys, y'all, I had heard that he had Doc's dimples. The dude Stephen. And I yesterday morning when I got up, I'm subscribed to Stephen. He was actually one of the first Umar boys that I actually gave a subscription to. And I don't know if y'all remember, but Stephen was also one of the first Umar boys that I actually had on my platform when they first came over. When they first came over, I couldn't stand cold, and I damn sure didn't like Billy Goat Raw. And so Stephen was the only one that I cared about or wanted to tolerate. And I remember Stephen came to my platform. He seemed like an okay person, but y'all, I found out that Stephen might have Doc's dimples. So I started looking this morning at Stephen's video because I did see his video loaded and ready yesterday morning, but I guess time must have got away from me and I didn't end up watching it live, but I did catch the replay. It's very interesting. I did touch in it a little bit last night whenever I was telling y'all that from my thought, I thought that Stephen and Dimples both lived in the Philadelphia area. But upon watching Stephen's video, y'all, Stephen seems to believe that Dimples is in Delaware. Good morning, Raytrix, moderator. Stephen tends to believe that Dimples is in Delaware, which, oh my goodness, Delaware of all places. Now I forgot that Dimples and Stephen had such a beef. But I will say, if Stephen is correct in his assessment and he has found Dimples, I think that will earn him a lot of cool points in the beef sector because Dimples done rubbed so many people the wrong way. Dimples done got into the business of so many people. Dimples done bothered so many, done tried to dox so many and all this. The interesting thing, though, that I thought about, good morning, Demon Soul. Oh, you set your clock. Good morning. Thank you, Demon Soul. Thank you so much, Demon Soul, for the super chat. I appreciate it. She said, what's up, Jake? I set my clock because I miss you. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's that real support. Thank you, Demon Soul. I think, y'all, with Stephen, I'm seeing something different, though. And I was pondering that as I was watching his video this morning with him trying to dox Dimples or going through where he think Dimples live. Um, y'all remember last year the finessers didn't care too much for Stephen. It's interesting how a year changes things. was looking at the video, Stephen had camped up. He was showing his findings of where he think Dimples is. But it reminded me of that Vegas trip, because this time last year, all we heard them talking about was the Vegas trip. And y'all, I remember Stephen wanting to go to the Vegas trip. And I remember, I think Stephen was uninvited, or maybe he was never invited in the first place. I remember they did Stephen wrong, because I remember Stephen was ready to buy his plane ticket so that he could go. I remember Stephen wanted to go and hang out with everybody and meet everybody in real life. But Stephen wasn't the it boy. With the finessers, with Lemon, they was treating Stephen like a nobody. They preferred Billy Goat Rod to go to Vegas over Stephen, I guess, because Billy Goat Rod was, doing all these raps. And let me see what Demon Soul said. I think she admitted it because he wrong. It seemed easy. Huh. You think she admitted that that's where she at, Demon Soul? Or you think she admitted that that's not where she at? I'm a little bit confused. Let me know exactly what you mean. I'm not sure what you mean. But yeah, at that particular time, Billy Goat Rod was the golden boy and the golden child as far as the Umar boys go, because he would dress up in these weird ass costumes and he would do these weird performances with wigs and all this kind of stuff. And it seemed like they didn't give Stephen the time of day. Good morning, El Boo. But now they done came around to Stephen. I was just like, I wonder if Stephen remembered it. Or maybe he's a forgiving person. Y'all, I don't know what Stephen's zodiac is. I was like, Stephen, you don't remember whenever they used to discount you and you wasn't good enough? Because back then, when the Umar boys first showed up, Stephen was beefing real heavy with Billy Goat Rod. And I think because Stephen and Billy Goat Rod was beefing, they kind of just chose a side, and they chose Billy Goat Rod over Stephen, over who has the most importance. And I got to thinking that if Stephen has found where Dimple stayed, that'll be a game changer for him when it comes to his trajectory in and surrounding the beef sector. But that's only if he is correct. Also, y'all, before I went to bed, ODS was live. He was actually pissing me off over there up on his channel. Y'all, it's some man that has a crush on ODS that quite frankly, I believe that this man follows me around YouTube. Good morning, Cole. I believe this man follows me around YouTube, y'all, because this ain't the first time that he's bothered me at ODS's. And then once upon a time, he used to make it a point to bother me at Pizarro's. He would bother me at Brianna's. When I was cool with Lippy Hippie, he would bother me over there. And it's weird because the man is so thirsty. When this man first started bothering me and always trying to pay me down, he would always start with ODS. And ODS did make me aware of it a few months back. Had to have been, I want to say like November, October of last year. That this man specifically, he liked ODS and he want ODS ping, y'all. Imagine a man that's a gay man that want ODS ping. And so I guess the way he flirt with ODS is that he will send ODS cash apps to drop me. I don't know if the man lacks confidence. Good morning, Tuddy. I don't know if this man lacks confidence where he is afraid to shoot a shot to ODS, or he is just afraid to send ODS just a cash app just to say, hey, I'm thinking about you. But instead of him sending the cash app like, hey, I'm thinking about you, or hey, I'm enjoying your show. You are doing such a great show. Hey, I think you look lovely today up on the camera. Instead of him sending those types of cash apps to show his affection, he was sending the cash app for ODS to drop me. So this man has been doing this for easily over a year now, and I just wonder how pathetic this man got to be. Good morning, CMAC TV. Oh, CMAC said, do I think ODS was trying to show out for Pizarro? Huh. I don't know. Well, first, I don't know why ODS would want to show out for Pizarro, because Pizarro is just Pizarro. But that's a possibility, CMAC TV. To be honest, I feel that I think ODS was actually showing out for just his audience. I think I think he was kind of showing out for the man. And I think that it's amazing to me how he really expect me to just allow my supporters to get gooped. I'm sure y'all saw me once he had dropped me down. One of my supporters, Jeannie G, she came and she was like, she said that she would pay to get me back up. But y'all, that's why I tell y'all not to pay to get me back up, because I feel like that's what these content creators want. They want to goop. Jeannie G is a great supporter of mine. Hell, Tuddy up in here is a great supporter. Ray Triggs, all of y'all. And I've witnessed on different platforms across multiple platforms actually where they start this drop mess. And then if my supporter matched the money in order to get me up, then somebody might come and like do something else with the money. And then at that point, I feel like you done got my support out of some money. Especially when I know that my supporters ain't no slouches. I done seen what my supporters do for me over here. So I know they ain't no slouches. So you're not about to play with their motherfucking money. I think when the man had dropped me down, but then ODS had let me back up, but then somebody had dropped me down again, and I barely was there for like 1 minute. And then Jeannie G was going to pay to get me back up. I told her no. But then whenever I told her no, then I guess ODS was up in his feelings. He felt some type of way because I told Jeannie G not to give her money to ODS, and I mean that. I have every right to tell my supporters, the true supporters, not to give y'all a fuck thing. Because I don't like you playing with their money. And I don't like you playing with my time. Now, specifically though, the reason why I told Jeannie G to keep her money last night is because y'all, I was actually getting ready for bed. So I didn't want to go up there. Like what I've said before, the reason why I'm against subbies and supporters, okay, C-Mac. The reason why I'm against subbies and supporters paying me back up, y'all, is because a lot of times y'all don't know what I got planned or what I need to do. I remember one time somebody had paid some big money over there at Lemons to get me back up on the platform. Thank the Lord it was a Friday night, because I believe the lady had paid $150 to get me back up on Lemons one time. A lady paid $150 to get me back on Lemons, and then she turned around and gave me $150 as well, cash out. And so I went back on Lemon's platform and I stayed for about 3 hours, because I think somebody paying that type of money, 150, then I better get up here and stay for a little while. But a lot of the times, if you do buy me back up on there, then I feel obligated to stay up and get up on the panel to give you your money's worth. But this particular time when it came to ODS, I didn't want Jeannie G to pay because I was ready to lay down and get ready for bed. But ODS, I guess he thought that I was trying to take away from his pockets, but I stand firm in it. Just like other content creators have subbies that they care about, subbies that they have a fondness for, I'm the same way. And I don't want my subbies to be spending $25 here, $50 there, all this to get me back up there. Only for as soon as me to get up there, it's somebody that's got a crush on ODS, some stalking man that got a crush on him that ain't gonna do nothing but turn around and pay that money. A lot of the times y'all don't realize it, but it be a lot of moving parts behind the scenes and behind the background that content creators know about, and specifically that I know about, which is the reason why I make those decisions. So never would I want anybody to get it twisted that I'm here trying to dictate who my subbies give their money to or who my subbies support. But no, as soon as ODS had told me or hinted to me at who it was that dropped me, I'm like, oh, don't nobody need to compete or pay for me to go back up there, because yeah, that's somebody that's really obsessed. That person, like I said, had followed me at Pizarro's one time and was trying to pay her. But that was when Pizarro was really up in her troll bag when that person tried to pay her. And I think the person wanted to pay $50 to drop me for the remainder of the show over there at Pizarro. And Pizarro was like, she said she wasn't accepting $50. She said, but she'll accept $250. But because the dude is a gay dude that's crushing on ODS, he wasn't willing to pay $250 to Pizarro to have me drop for the rest of the show. So he didn't get to drop me. But that man got a crush on ODS, so ODS will take $5 and $10, which I think that's really unfortunate. Well, I wouldn't say it's unfortunate, but y'all, sometimes I just wonder, how stickler and hard up for money do you have to be where you could just accept any little old thing? Out of all the content creators, it seems like ODS is the one that act like he is destitute and broke the most. Across the board, he's the one that act like he is hurting for money. And I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes I sit back and I wonder, I'm like, well, it ain't like your twins live with you. I don't think you paid child support. I thought that you was in a committed partnership, so your partner don't be paying no bills to be helping you. Like I find it weird that, he seemed to, if somebody give him a $10, then he just take whatever. But the one thing that I did let him know is that when he come over here to my channel, I don't bother him and people don't bother him. ODS come over here, people don't bother him at all. When he come here to my platform, they don't bother him. Y'all, I'm sitting here right now. I got my iced coffee. I really didn't have much to, like I said at the beginning, I didn't have much that I had planned to talk to y'all about because I talked to y'all last night. Oh, before I went to bed too, after ODS's live, I did peek over there to Uppity's live. Uppity was live last night. Her and this heat was up there. Her and this heat was up there, but they was talking about Lippy Hippie. They were talking about the poems. I think Uppity was under the impression that the poems got deleted from the site. But them poems they deleted, I still saw them last night. When I heard her saying that the poems got deleted or that somebody had went and removed the poems, I went to the site and I saw the poems still right there. I honestly don't even know that she has the option to remove those poems, if I'm going to be honest. Like, once you go into a poetry website like that particular site and you submit your poetry for publishing and for review, you don't own that site. So it's not like you could just log in and be like, okay, I want my poems deleted. No. A lot of the times they have terms of service and terms of agreement that you have to sign and agree to before they will even accept your poetry. Not to mention, if the poems were also submitted for any type of competition, then you definitely can't just go in and delete the poems just because you mad that the internet keep coming over there reading and knowing the truth. If you put the poems up on there, then you have to stick with the poems being up there. It'll be just like, let's say, if it was a prize money competition with those particular poems. If she had won money, if she actually won the competition with those poems and she won money, then imagine 5 years later, after she done won the prize, that she would then want to have it deleted. That's not fair to the website. That's not fair to the people over there that compete in the competition. So when you put your poems on a site like that, whether you win the competition or not, you can't just decide to go up in the site and take the poems down. So yeah, they were talking about that. One thing that I noticed too while I was listening in to Uppity, y'all, this heat was up there talking greasy as hell. Greasy as hell, not realizing that I had just got up in there. And I mean, y'all, it seemed, I don't know why, but it seems like a lot of the times I don't be up in people's lives when they think that I be there. But I always end up clicking in there at the most opportune time. Because I kid you not, I had just clicked it up at this live and this heat was up there. Oh, I call her the atheist towel head. She was up there talking greasy. And I find it quite fascinating how this woman is so obsessed with my finances. Like, bitch, worry about yours. That's what the motherfucker you worry about, you raggedy bitch. I feel like this heat ain't been the same since she had called me and I recorded her when she called me and she was trying to get me to do the morning show with her. Y'all, I feel like ever since that damn encounter, that hoe ain't been the same since. I also feel like she ain't been the same because I refused to be on a panel with her. I don't know what possessed her or what up in her mind made her think that she could do all of that bullshit trying to jeopardize my life and my freedom when I was on the probation, that she could do all that bullshit and that I was going to look the other way and forgive all that and be on the damn panel with her. She really, the bitch is that stupid to where she really thought that I'm just going to excuse all of that and we can go along and be on the panel and let's discuss doing a morning show and let's go ahead and discuss investing in the stock market and let's discuss blah blah. No. I don't know if she thought that I'm supposed to just go along with that because we both lesbians. I have no idea. But that's not how it go for me at all. And I think because I don't see it for her and I refuse to see it for her, it burns her up each and every time. The other week, I ended up being on Cole's morning show. Well, I think it was last week, actually. I think it was last week. I had clicked Cole's morning show, and we ended up getting into a very in-depth conversation about stocks and bonds and about investing finances. Me and Cole spoke about potentially collaborating on a show in which we would take the journey of familiarizing ourselves with certain stocks, and then we would invest in those stocks and we would keep our audience updated. Good morning, Olivia. We would keep our audience updated about how our progress is going, whether or not we making profit, whether or not we seeing gains, etc. That was just an idea of something to do because, like I said, or like I said at Codes, most people don't know this about me, but I have dibbled and dabbled in the stock market many times. I've done that many times because through my financial institution, you can just invest your money and they will pick a portfolio for you. Now, of course, they will sit down and talk to you about, your long-term goal versus your short-term goal and everything. But they can pick out a portfolio depending on what you want to do or what type of profit you want to get. And in the past, I've done that, but I feel like I did not take the time to truly understand the ins and outs of it. I feel like the stock market is something like sports. It's just like the people that do really well when they do sports betting. But they do really well when they do sports betting because they are tracking all the teams and they are tracking this year's progress versus last year's progress versus 10 years ago progress. They are tracking all of that data in order to understand what's going to be the best bet to make when it comes to sports betting. I think the stock market is something similar, and because in the past I never really took the time to study and examine that type of information, I believe that affected my investments. I believe that I was relying on somebody else to pick this, pick that for me instead of me actually doing the homework my damn self. And for that reason, me and Cole was talking about that. But either way, the atheist towelhead overheard me and Cole talking about this investment thing that we were thinking about doing with our subbies and collaborating about it. Because my ultimate plan is, if we do go that route, y'all, I plan to, whatever I decide to invest in, I plan to engage my members at my J.Dunn channel about how the process goes. And if I do see really good, if I see some great gains with it, let's say over the course of maybe 3 months, over the course of 6 months, I would like to be able to tell my J.Dunn members, like, look, okay, this is what I invested in. This is what this looks like. So far it's going well for me. I want to be able to advise others to see if they want to do it. Well, I think the atheist towelhead got pissed off and was like, the nerve of me and Coach to be talking about the stock market and investing without her. She has this horrible habit of thinking that everybody needs her motherfucking advice. She thinks that because Lippy Hippie needed her damn advice when it comes to channel growth, when it comes to graphics, when it comes to AI and all this kind of stuff. Because Lippy Hippie needed her, she feel like everybody needs her, and everybody don't. She wanted to be upset about me and Code collaborating about something like that and us having a really interesting discussion. And I ended up noticing her go to Pizarro's to put her damn 2 cents in about the fact that me and Cole was even talking about that and how would we know about it. The atheist towelhead loved to talk about my investment to the point to where she say, my mama's money must be dwindling down. And I'm thinking to myself, bitch, what business is it of yours? Why do you give a damn what I have or what I do with my money? If I chose to take my money and wipe my big ass with it, what does that have to do with you? And why you so pressed and worried about it? Bitch, I don't ask you for shit, nor have I asked you for shit, nor do I deal with you, collaborate with you. Bitch, I don't want your advice. Ho, you ain't no financial advisor to me, bitch. Everybody ain't like Lippy Hippie. I think because Lippy Hippie had this crazy ass rags to riches story, and I'm using quotations, y'all, air quotes, rags to riches story with them atheist towelhead. Atheist towelhead think that everybody need her advice. Bitch, you was dealing with a bum like Lippy Hippie. So, bitch, maybe you was able to teach her something. Bitch, everybody else ain't her, bitch. And I'm sick of you with your ugly ass. With your stupid ass. That's who I'm sick of. I was actually, before I started this live, y'all, I was looking because I was going to go to one thing that I had saw up on YouTube cameras. Or one thing that I was gonna replay for y'all on YouTube cameras from me and Uppity had getting into it over there the other night. But then now I do want to try to see if I cannot find. I want to see if I cannot find, y'all, how she came up on Pizarro's that day trying to have an issue with me and Code. Talking about collaborating with the stock market and advising our subbies. So I'm trying to see. Let me see if I can find that. Y'all, it burns me up. She really think that she the only motherfucking person that know a damn thing. She thinks she the only person that went to college. She thinks she the only person that got finances to be able to splurge within the stock market. She thinks she the only person that know about anything related to that. But again, I believe that that's due to the fact that she ended up having to help Lippy Hippie because Lippy Hippie was over there with a horrible credit score, was over there with no car, no place to live, and all this type of bullshit. And she had to help Lippy Hippie get her motherfucking channel together. And that's another thing, you raggedy atheist tower head bitch. You helped Lippy Hippie do all of that with that motherfucking channel. That was your claim to fame, helping her with that channel. And guess who snatched that channel from her, you stupid bitch? So look at all of that work that you helped put in with Lippy Hippie to help build up that channel. Remember, you used to always brag about the fact, good morning, Deborah Mayo. You used to always brag about the fact that she would have been a nobody. She would have been nothing without you and your advising of that motherfucking channel. And just like that, the channel is gone, ho. So what are you going to brag about now? What you going to brag about now about what you did and how you helped this one and what can you brag about now? Because your biggest claim about what you did on YouTube was that motherfucking channel that got knocked the hell over there. Y'all, I had to pause and actually take me a few gulps of my iced coffee. Sorry. But at least I gulp. I don't chew it. I just gulp it. So that should be good. But okay, I just found this one for Pizarro. So let me go ahead and bring this one up. Where, yeah, this bitch had came up here trying to have an issue, and I'm trying to figure, because she wanted to be included. So I'm trying to get to the minute mark where she got up here with that fuckery. I didn't know why she was up there that long. Okay, so we got it right here. Let me go ahead and please like the video, y'all. I didn't even put my little thing to tell y'all to like the video, because y'all, this is just me rambling for y'all to get y'all's day started. That's it. That's all. There was no rhyme or reason to this morning show this morning. It's just for me to be consistent and come on here in the morning so that y'all can have something to listen to. But let's go ahead and go over here to Pizarro so I can show y'all this interaction with the atheist towel head. I think it's this one. Share. Let's see if it's on the screen. Okay, it is. So let me bring it down here. All right.
You went on mute.
Yeah, I'm right here, man.
Oh,
How
what
you
is she
doing?
doing?
What's up, Lady Nika?
How you doing, baby?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I ain't seen you in a minute. It's good to see you.
It was good seeing you, man. It's good seeing you, and it's good seeing Pizarro. You know, this is the energy I usually get. You know, for some reason, but yeah.
Oh, now
Oh,
we act like you don't understand why you get this energy. Okay.
I didn't even do anything. I literally came here in peace.
Mm-hmm.
I came here in peace.
Uh-huh. That's what that is.
I'm just, you know, I'm very disappointed in the way that things have been going. The content, oh, it's just so dry and terrible out here. But I
Mm-hmm.
will say that I found it interesting because I heard that over at Codes that they were talking about some sort of financial literacy, whatever education class, whatever they're trying to do over there. And I was like, well,
Mm-hmm.
how is it that two people that aren't informed and don't understand finances, how are they going to teach a class? Why not have a panel where it's about something that you guys actually mutually like know? You know what I'm saying? And then Ghetto tried to click on the link and he was like, well, I could, whip something up and I could do like a 4%, get you guys some 4%. And I'm like a CD account with 4% in there. And I was like, well, the average for CD accounts, for high yield savings accounts, and a lot of different other things is at 4%. So what do you mean you can whip something up? It was just nuts. And I couldn't take it anymore. So I had to leave. But when Talent came up there and he said, well, this is not a really good time. I really didn't know what Talent was talking about, whatever, because it is a perfect time to invest in high yield savings accounts, in CDs, and people who have Roth IRAs and things like that, because the interest rates are high. It's not a great time to buy like a home, but it's a great time to invest in things like those type of accounts, different types of accounts and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, relying on backwood Bama, J.Dunn for financial advice, who clearly has not even invested the savings that has dwindled down from 2006 that mommy gave her. I mean, well, not mommy gave her, but came from mommy. You know, good luck with that. I just wanted to add my take.
Mm.
Oh, and then also taking financial advice from Ghetto. I mean, somebody who owes on back taxes. It just never stops and never ends. But I just wanted to say that, you know.
Oh.
Let me pause it right there. See, this is an example of a lonely ass bitch that would love to be included with plenty of the discussions that we have, but I don't fuck with her. This is the bitch that would love to have been able to hit Code's link that day and become a part of the think tank that we had, because I believe that's what we had. We had a think tank going on over there. We were brainstorming about the different things that we could do in order to come up, and we were talking about the black dollar. We were talking about building generational wealth. I mean, it was actually a conversation of substance. But the bitch was not invited to participate. I damn sure would have dropped down off the link if she'd have brought her towel-headed ass up there. I don't know if Code deal with her like that, but this is the type of person that would love to be included in some way, shape, or form, but because don't nobody fuck with her, then she come with all this type of criticism. But again, she talking about what mommy left me. Bitch, what business is of that is yours? What business is that of yours for you to be saying what I'm going to invest, what I'm going to do? Good morning, VA. Good morning. Or for you to say who is equipped or who is knowledgeable to discuss anything. Because again, nobody needs your help, Hope. And I think that's your problem, because you so used to trying to help somebody so that you could take credit. And bitch, it burns you up that I don't need your motherfucking funky ass advice, that I don't need shit from you. Never have, bitch. My channel has thrived before you showed up, bitch, and you see it thrives now, even if I'm by my motherfucking self. But instead of you just sitting back trying to hate and backbite, you should ask Code if Code needs your advice. I doubt he do. I doubt it. But just to see other people up in the lane without you burns you up, bitch. That's why you always over there with damn uppity. The fact that you would have this type of attitude and things to say, but your hanging out buddy is uppity. Uppity wouldn't know about a stock, a bond. She don't know the difference between the two. She don't know shit about an investment nor a motherfucking certificate of deposit if one bit her in her big ass. What I notice about you is that you surround yourself with motherfuckers that you could fix up, hope, so that you could take ownership and give yourself a sense of worth up on YouTube because you don't fix the bitch up. That's the reason why you picked Lippy Hippie over there. Because you was trying to build a bitch, fix a bitch. I foresee that you're gonna try to do the same with uppity, if we gonna be honest. But for you to surround yourselves with the likes of uppity, who ain't nothing but a government assistance receiving individual, but then you always got something to say about what everybody else doing with their motherfucking money. Bitch, you bitter. And you are old bitter bitch. Let's not forget you got on here lying saying that you was 30 when you was really the same age as me and Lippy Hippie. Bitch, you came trying to lie about your age so that you could fit in somewhere. But anyway, let me finish playing it. Good morning, the 185. Good morning, everybody.
Oh, okay. Well, you have been watching, so
I watched today. Today is the day that I watched something, but I don't usually watch Cold because I don't watch him. But I'll watch. I'll see like what you're talking about. But if it's any of this stuff that's going on, it's boring. It's boring. No, I'm not interested. But if you're talking about something that is interesting, or Lady Nika, Brianna, and stuff, I will definitely watch it.
and Jay Wilson.
Oh, I don't watch him. He's turned his channel
No more.
into he he's turned his channel into a whole fest of talking about a love affair that I really don't give a damn about, and I'm bored with that shit too. So I just can't. I'm not even involved in this stuff. I was like, I gotta go. I have to leave. So I shut my channel
If
down.
you so bored with it, well, oh, so that's there we go. Shut the channel down per usual, and then come out
Well,
here
when
and
it
get
gets
all
boring, what am I supposed to?
right.
I'm not going to do
When it get
commentary
boring,
on.
then you do content.
I'm not
Ain't
gonna
that
do
what you say you were doing?
commentary. I'm not gonna do commentary on Lemon, Cold, or Resto. I don't even know those people. I mean, well, I
You
know
don't
who
have
Lemon
to.
is. I know who Lemon is, but I'm just saying that's not. I'm not never gonna do content on that. And then those are the only people who are like going live consistently. I can't do that. And you guys aren't going live consistent. Well, you are, but then all the other ones aren't going live consistently. So what am I supposed to? What am I supposed to do?
You right about that. I don't go live consistently.
Create content.
If y'all
That's what
did,
you're
then of
supposed to
course.
do.
What? No. Oh, please. I can pull content out of a wet paper bag without a panel. But does anybody appreciate that? I don't think you did. So that's why I left. Okay? I'm probably gonna fix myself something.
She says she could make content out of a wet paper bag. She want to fix up Pizarro, if we gonna be honest. This is the most want to be needed bitch that's ever been on YouTube. She want to be needed. She want to be counted. She wants to be included. But she go about it all the wrong ways. Once upon a time, she thought Pizarro needed her for money. As much as I can't stand Pizarro and what she got going on with these men, even though now I don't know what's happening with that. But I believe that at one particular point, she felt like Pizarro needed her for the money. And it looked like these men done came right through and now they giving the cash out. So she is no longer needed in that aspect either. Where Lippy Hippie needed her to build up a channel and now that channel is non-existent. That channel is extinct. Pizarro needed her for cash apps once upon a time, and now Pizarro is over there milking straight men for the cash apps. So at this particular point, nobody needs her advice or her expertise, and she can't take it. Which is another reason why I believe she settles in over there and buddies with Uppity. Because if anybody could use her help, it's Uppity. Let's continue.
Thing to
You left because of me. That's what you're saying now.
No, well, no, I left because of the sectors going to the pits of hell, and it's gone
Mm.
to pots because the OGs are not going live consistently, and the content sucks around here. And I'd be damned if I have to sift from Jay Wilson's channel and take little scraps from his channel because he's not bringing shit either. If you want to be honest, all he needs a panel too. So please, I don't have time for that. I got better things going on.
Everybody needs a panel. They're not watching y'all sit on y'all panels and just
But
talking. They want the drama.
you don't need a panel. Nika doesn't need a panel. Brianna doesn't need a panel.
I like the panels. The panels bring out the best content.
I don't think so. And I just had some chips and
I
salsa.
do.
Shout out to what's her name? Sour Patch. because she was talking about, she was mentioning the whole thing with the deportation and all that other stuff. I was just enjoying, some of that good Mexican food today. So shout out to her. But and they putting those people in buses and in vans around here in LA. So the Homeland Security is walking around the streets and stuff like that, and all in the
Okay,
malls.
let's think about
But
those people.
I just wanted to say that. What you say?
We don't care nothing about them people.
Well, neither do I. That's why I said I'm enjoying their good food.
Okay.
So what's the
So they
problem?
say they hope.
Why you got a problem with me? What did I do?
See, this
I
the
didn't
shit
even do
I be
anything
talking.
to you.
You just,
It's like I
you,
never do anything to you, and it's like you just want to
you
be upset about
really
something.
love playing in my face. You really love doing that shit, don't you? So you think because
What,
you disappeared for a while and then come back that it's forgotten?
what
It's
did I do this
forgotten.
time? What did I do? What
Oh,
did I
you
do?
really gonna act like you don't know? What's good, Kimmy? You really act
No,
like
I
you don't
don't.
know?
No, what did I
Okay,
do?
well, I'm gonna let you marinate on it. I'm gonna need you to think about it for a minute, so you could remember what you did.
I don't know what I did. I really don't.
Okay, so we didn't get into an argument on none of that stuff, right?
No, because the last time I was on a panel with you, I was at Brianna's channel and we weren't fighting. We didn't have an argument or nothing. Like
Yeah, we didn't say nothing to each other. We didn't say nothing to each other. But
we
let's act
we
like
we
you
were
you do not.
engaging. I mean, we wasn't like having a conversation, but you weren't being like rude or nothing like that. I don't understand.
But
Like,
why would
why
I
is it that?
be rude when
Why
I
do you
wasn't
always
being
have a problem with
rude?
me, but you let gay men come at you and call you all kind of names, but you got a problem with
So
me?
now there it goes. There it goes. It's
But
the
I'm just
simple
saying.
fact
But
that
you make it seem like I
you
do something
keep
wrong.
bringing up these
You
gay
make it seem
men,
like, but
and
you
I
make it
never let these gay men just come at me. That's the bullshit that
yeah,
I be
but
talking
it's on a
about.
consistent
I let you
basis,
come
and
at me
I
way more
don't.
than they do, though.
But
You
I'm
come
not.
at me
But
way more than they do.
oh wow, are you serious? I
Are
come at you.
you? Yes. You
No,
like
I
you
don't.
acting. It's the
I do
gaslighting for
not.
me to see. Hell no, Lady Lisa.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
if you say so. If you say so. It's the simple fact that you talk all that shit. Say you was just doing your commentary and then leave.
Do you?
After I
If
cut
you
you
haven't
out.
noticed, if you haven't noticed, when I do have my channel up and I do my wall posts, I talk about everybody, not just you. So everybody, if it's worth talking about, I'm gonna talk about it, whether I'm cool with you or not. It's called honest commentary. It's called award-winning, Oscar-winning, award-winning commentary. So that's what I'm talking about. So don't get upset with me, Pizarro. Okay?
Mm, Don't
You do
don't
your
tell me what
commentary.
to
Don't
do.
nobody say anything
Don't
when
tell
you
me.
be.
Yes, you do. That's the problem. You say that, but then you turn the fuck around and try to tell somebody how to do their commentary. That's the bullshit right there. Right fucking there.
Wow, this is crazy, bro.
Let me pause it again because Pizarro is absolutely right. And it's so funny, y'all, because y'all know during this exchange, if I had been there, I would have definitely dropped down up in that chat. But it just so happened this portion of her live, I was not there. But Pizarro is right. This girl, I think she get off on trying to tell people how to handle run their channels, how to do commentary. Again, she get off on feeling like people need her. And people don't. She gets off on feeling like people, and hey Vashti and everybody coming in, please like the video. She gets off on feeling like people need her advice, that people need her approval, that people need anything from her, and people don't. I damn sure don't. And it burns her up to know that everybody is doing what they want to do and thriving on their channels without her, including code, with that discussion that we had. And again, whatever we decide to do with the stock market and with the financing and with the investment, however we decide to piece it together, the fact is We're going to be trying to enhance the Black community, and we starting with the people around here. And we didn't need you. We didn't need your input for us to come together and decide that that would be a good collaboration effort and idea. Because y'all know, I do hit code link from time to time, but I never would commit to such a collaboration if it were not for the benefit that I think that it would have for everybody. So that at least people could walk away from being a part of these particular sectors, whether the Umar, the beef sector, we got black sector and Mo3 sector people that be around. Um, People can walk away with some type of knowledge and maybe some type of thing that they could do the next time they get their income tax check. Maybe they could use it and invest it in something and have something lucrative in the next 15 to 20 years. That's called content, but that's also called content that could actually help. And nobody needed your assistance for it. And I think you mad about it. I think you mad about it. But you never focus on your own channel and doing your own content over there because your content really don't hit unless you over there doxing, unless you over there about Lippy Hippie, unless you over there, whatever in the hell you do over there, unless you got uppity over there with you. But anyway, let me continue.
Listen, and
No,
look, I
sir.
didn't come up here for any of the charades. I didn't come up here to
Right.
fight or to, to whatever it is that
Mhm.
you want to do. I didn't come up here for that. I came up here for peace. That's what I'm about. I'm
Yeah,
about taking a
because
stand.
every time you want to decide your piece, then the bitch gotta go with it, right? Bitch gotta give you that piece, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because you amaze me all the time. Now, I just wanted to say that, but I hope you have a good day. That's all. And Lady
Okay.
Nika. Bye.
By
Bye.
this key,
Okay. Baby, people love playing in your fucking face and be
really.
acting like
Hey, Angie.
don't make no sense. Don't make no sense.
Well, you see, I've been swinging and I feel like you playing in my face. Just a couple of more again.
You know how I go. Just still, I like people that just talk shit. Saying you
Here.
scared of these people
Hey,
because you ain't been paying
MJAK.
attention.
Yeah, they think you slow, girl. They think
Very, very. Mm-hmm. Show enough for you. Do,
you
do, do, do.
Okay. So there is that exchange right there. What's good, ghetto? She is very desperate, ghetto. I'm telling you, she was pissed off about us having ghetto was a part of that conversation over there at Codes that day. And she was pissed off. This was where she first started expressing her grievances of not being included in such a conversation and feeling like that she know better than everybody else and she know more. She can direct everybody else. But then also, not only did she start over here at Pizarro's, but then also she did the stop at Lady Nika's as well. Specifically because I clicked Lady Nika's link and I responded to this right here. I responded to this exchange over there at Lady Nika's. And when I responded to it, basically saying, don't nobody need you. And again, if people want, good morning, Dreamy and everybody. And good morning, Robin, moderator. But if people want to come together and invest money in any way that they want to or whatever, it's their money to invest. And don't nobody gotta ask you. Don't nobody gotta get your permission. Don't nobody need your advice. Nobody needs it. But I responded to her up on Lady Nika's, and then she ended up coming on Lady Nika's that day to rebut what I was saying. But essentially, you hear her over here talk about how there ain't no content and how it's boring and how the OGs ain't doing XYZ. But then in the same breath, she want to shit on the content that was done over there at Codes, where it was plenty of us, because like Ghetto, he from the black sector, I'm from the beef sector, Cole from the Umar sector. This man named Aunt T. I don't know which sector Aunt T from, but I feel like Aunt T is Mo 3 sector, but I could be wrong. Aunt T clicked the link and got up there and was talking about the stocks and giving his point of view. You know, we had the perspective of people across all the sectors. People who actually were interested in something, and we were discussing based on what we knew. And again, she couldn't take it. Good morning, Ivone. But she is the same individual that sit around uppity because uppity needs her. Oh, Aunt T is the manosphere? Okay, thank you, the manosphere. But she sit around uppity because she know that she can uppity think that this uppity think that this bitch know everything, that she has the most experience and knows everything. And that's not the case. And speaking of uppity, I want to go to this next exchange that happened over there at YouTube cameras. This happened this weekend with uppity, where uppity was trying to talk people into playing this damn poem or reciting this poem or reading these poems of Lippy Hippies. And I had witnessed uppity go from channel to channel to channel already that night, trying to talk people into reading that poem. And I had already heard Intrinsic and Brooke saying that they were going to strike anybody behind that poem. So this is about to be the next thing that I'm about to share with y'all as well, because this particular exchange happened over there at YouTube cameras, and it really kind of ticked me off, which y'all gonna see. I come in heated. I come in heated because uppity had done sit here talking all this crazy ass, greasy ass bullshit that she don't know anything about. She had been talking that mess. And so I clicked YouTube cameras link and got up there to check her stupid self. Cause she always got something to say. But again, this is who this heat like to surround herself with, because this heat know that she could tell this woman what to do. Because this woman ain't got too much life experience. So of course she could dictate uppity, but she can't dictate me. So let's go ahead and get into YouTube cameras.
Like the building, your building, or your
YouTube
like
cameras?
Yeah. Hi, Jay.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi. You know, it's really unfortunate when people who are not college educated.
Well, I was in the middle of a sentence, so people could wait their turn, have some manners. So anyway, like I was saying, like I was saying, this is another website. So just like YouTube, because a lot of people I know, a lot of when I used to be on Facebook and they used to write these things up, and Facebook used to post their thing out of the private group sometime in the larger message, they used to get mad. It was nothing they could do. Only thing Facebook did was point them to the agreement they signed. And like I said, it's a standard agreement. You got to deal with people that really touch grass. So with that said, I'm getting down because I got two straight kids.
Thank you. Be careful about as far as like your pay. And was this like is this like
YouTube cameras?
Yeah.
I typed up in the chat that she trying to get you flagged.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw
she had Pizarro. Well, let me go ahead and finish. Let me set the record.
Explaining complex topics can be challenging. Highlight the text you want to simplify and let Grammarly rewrite it.
The record straight for this dumb bitch. This dumbass bitch. She had Pizarro over there reading the poem. Meanwhile, I was at Lemons and Intrinsic, and Brooke hit Lemons link, threatening to strike Lemon if uppity came to Lemons reading the poem. Pizarro over there reading the poem. She was about to get you to read the poem. You be so ready to listen to stupid ass bitches that ain't even set foot in college. She talking about touching grass. Bitch, touch a classroom. Why don't you? Bitch,
no, I read you guys know.
You talking about touching grass, touch a dentist chair. Why don't you? You always want to talk about who knows what when you ain't did nothing with your motherfucking life except for procreate and live off government assistance. You stupid bitch. Don't you ever tell me shit about straight or gay or nothing. You was trying to set this girl up to do something with that motherfucking poem so that her channel can be in jeopardy. And just to prove my motherfucking point, if you can go ahead and go to my screen share in the back, please. Because I ain't got time to lie about a fuck thing. Take your ass to somebody's motherfucking college and actually get a degree, bitch, before you tell me about copyright and intellectual property, you stupid hoe.
What did I do? Okay.
Now, can you enlarge it? Can you make it the large screen? Because I can't stand for a dumbass, stupid ass bitch that live off government assistance to get up here and try to tell me what the fuck I'm college educated to know. Intellectual property refers to creations of the mind, such as inventions, literary and artistic works, designs, and symbols used in commerce. It's protected by law, stupid bitch. Protected by law, dumbass hoe. Protected by law. Like patents, copyrights, and trademarks, granting creators exclusive rights to their work for a certain period. So shut the fuck up, ho. Now you running around here trying to get everybody a motherfucking flag and a strike. That's what your stupid ass is doing.
Damn. Okay, so that could have been like a copyright. Yeah, I was there in her chat when she was reading it. Now, child, this is wild. Okay. So Brooke and yeah, I saw PDP. It was you, PDP, and somebody else had wrote it in the chat. So I read that. And Dumplay had dropped down and said it. That's crazy. Child.
Not to mention, as a testament to what people can do, Laurie got a whole strike on her channel years ago because she came up here and read Beef's book, Reed's Beef Sector book.
Yeah.
Reed did a Beef Sector book. Laurie read the book, and Reed struck the fuck out of Laurie's ass. So again, tell that to somebody who don't know what the fuck they talking about, you stupid bitch. Now, I know you always jealous of me, ho. Bitch, I know you mad that I'm educated, bitch. Bitch, I know you mad that I don't live in that dilapidated building that Ness got up on her community wall. Bitch, I know you mad about all those things. But if I'm getting up here trying to tell her something that's going to protect her channel, bitch, I think you should allow it. Don't get up here trying to call me dummy or discredit me, ho, when I'm the only one with degrees and you ain't, bitch.
Wow. Okay. Thanks, Jake. Well, I was gonna end it anyway, because Pazar was doing that live, and I wasn't, because I was here, I was trying to honor like the staying extra, because Pazar's live, Lemon's live, and Yaya's live, and I think Yaya's live is supposed to be a messy live. I'm like, shoot, okay, I gotta stay a little longer.
I'm telling you, YouTube cameras, I witnessed her be up in Yaya's. Then she went to Lemon's. Then she went to Pizarro's. She had Pizarro reading it. Then went to Lemon's, tried to get on Lemon's link to read it. And then she came right on over here to you. So she trying to have everybody that's live reading that damn poem, knowing damn well Intrinsic clicked Lemon's link and said that she's striking anybody. Let's not forget, she already struck Bertha May on behalf of motherfucking Ness. She already struck King Kaios on behalf of Ness. So I don't know why uppity going from panel to panel trying to set everybody else up with their motherfucking channels, but I think it's foul as fuck. Maybe because she posted it on her channel and don't nobody give a damn, so ain't nobody seen it yet.
No, she posted it on her channel. She actually went, I don't know if she read all of the poem, but the part that I caught, like when I came into the live, she was reading, that's what she was reading. I don't know how much of it she read on her live, but she said that her live is up and YouTube hasn't done anything as far as like her live being up. I don't know what that means, but it means that uppity, be careful. It means that if they're threatening to strike, it's going to be copyright strike. They could possibly strike you. I don't think it's worth it.
How do you want uppity to be careful when uppity was on Lemons while Intrinsic was threatening to strike it? Uppity was right there.
Yeah.
How you gonna tell her to be careful when she just heard them say it?
No, because she said YouTube hasn't sent her an email or anything, but that doesn't mean
because she a dumb bitch. She think copyright only pertains to YouTube videos. Because she a dumb bitch. Bitch, a piece of art on my wall. If I created it, it's copyrighted, ho.
Yeah.
I could write 2 sentences on a piece of paper, and if I go through the copyright process, it could be copyrighted. And it's 2 fucking sentences.
Yeah.
She is a dumb idiot. A dumb bitch.
And the fact that you were reading it, they can still, like, I mean, YouTube, once you send it, YouTube is going to strike you before any explanation. They'll just let you go through the process of, you know, you're contesting it or whatever. But you definitely will get that strike. I don't think that is worth it to. Child, that's crazy. Mm-mm. Damn. Okay, wait. So Lemons, she had gone up there, and Intrinsic. Well, I was wondering, where's Intrinsic?
No, she was in the chat asking for the link if she could read a poem later. Oh. Brooke was up there, started fussing in some kind of way, contacted Intrinsic. Intrinsic showed up. He dropped the link for Intrinsic, and Intrinsic proceeded to talk about how she's striking anybody that got that poem. Uppity don't realize that even that website where she took the poem from typically has a little C with a circle around it at the bottom of the poem showing that it's copyright. Stupid bitch. That's what that little C with a circle around it means. That stands for copyright. Idiot.
That's why I was like, where did it come? I didn't ask her where it came from then, but I figured like wherever she got it from, yeah, there's probably some copyright to it, because even though you're reading it, it came from somewhere. It may had to have been posted somewhere. Oh, child.
Look, you could spend thousands hiring a professional video editor. Or you could use Animoto to create pro quality videos.
Well, I'm gonna get off so I can go to the other. Thanks for coming to tell me, and thank you, Petey.
Well, Pizarro had to throw her last live away because she was over there reading, not realizing. And not only that, wow, Pizarro got rid of that other live. I went over there to Lemons, Lil Buckwheat clicked the link already with the hyperlink and put it in Lemons back chat. It's not funny.
Wait, but when I put the link to what? To what?
To Pizarro's live so that they could
delete it?
Yes, I think she deleted it. It went away.
Delete it, Pizarro. Delete it.
She probably ain't hearing you. If she was over there,
go tell her to make sure it's deleted. Not private it. Delete it. Damn. Y'all, come on now. This is crazy.
Nah, what's crazy is all of y'all crazy enough to let Uppity talk y'all into doing anything. Not you, because you ain't do it.
Yeah.
But I done watched Uppity go to so many different panels. I type up in the chat about this damn poem. And that's why I typed immediately up in your chat, do not read that poem. Because I knew that's what she came over here for.
Damn.
But anyway, she had made me mad. I had to get my laptop so that I could go ahead and screen share.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Because the nerve of you to question my intelligence, you snaggle-toothed, raggedy, fat-ass, funky-ass, unfit, living up in the motherfucking brownstone, stinking-ass bitch. Damn. You trying to set everybody else up to have their channels fucked with so that they could live in the slums like you.
Who else is live, child, so that they don't. Whoever else is live, don't read the thing if they're threatening to strike people.
Your kids been proven to be stank. We read them court documents. We ain't talk about nobody proving to be stank, girl. Not with them documents out there with your name on them. The fact that the courts had to get involved to make you have proper hygiene for your household is ridiculous. So we ain't gonna talk about nobody being stank. All I have to say the one thing The one thing that is funny when I look at YouTube cameras video with me be up there, especially if I've been cussing somebody out, is these little flowers and shit that she got on her background. The little flower is just right there swaying in the breeze, dancing while I'm fussing at uppity. But y'all, let me go ahead and stop sharing. But yeah, that's what she was doing. That particular day, y'all, this was, I think it was Saturday night. I witnessed her going from channel to channel trying to talk people into reading this shit. And she really believed in her heart of hearts. She really believed that Lippy Hippie had no grounds to strike anybody. Good morning, DC. Good morning, everybody coming in. She really believed that Lippy Hippie had no grounds or any right to be able to strike anybody or flag anybody behind the poem, because in her silly ass mind, she believed that you can only strike somebody for copyright if it comes to a damn video. The hoe don't realize you can do copyright when it comes to a video, music, artwork, literary work, motherfucking anything that somebody sat down and used their mental brain power to create can be copywritten. But she is uneducated that she wasn't even aware of that. And the reason why I wanted to hone into that part is because this is the type of person that this heat like to be around and surround herself with, because she loved to be the person who knows everything. And when you have friends like uppity, of course you gonna know more than this bitch, because the bitch didn't even take the time to really educate herself at all in life. Remember, she the one running around here still trying to convince the world that she retired at the age of 21 with not a 401k or a pension in sight. But that dumb hoe still run around here saying that she retired at the age of 21. No, bitch, you got lazy and started living off the government and these motherfucking niggas that skeeted up in you at the age of 21. Just ridiculous. Let me see what Robin said. She was acting like it was new. That's the game. Right. We had already heard about the poems, definitely. I will say though that the resurgence of those poems was pretty good, because I think when the poems first dropped, when they first dropped the first time a few years ago, y'all, I didn't take the time to actually read through all of them. I think during the time when the poems were when they first came out, I don't know if I was cool with Lippy Hippie at that time, so I wasn't interested in reading them, or I'm not sure what the scenario was. But back then when they first came out, I never took the time to read them. But it was only this go round where I did take the time to read them, and I read all 8 of them. Again, it's not just one poem. It's 8 poems, 8 of them. And I read all 8 of them, and I'm telling you, it's very insightful. That's actually the commentary that I did last night, where I had to reenact, if not dramatize, the poems for y'all. But yeah, she is silly, and it really was ticking me off because Pizarro had one live that she had already did, y'all. And I think Pizarro had been live for about an hour and a half, close to 2 hours. And imagine her already had done about 2 hours worth of a live, only for uppity to come up in that chat and Pizarro started reading the damn poem. Pizarro started reading the poem because Pizarro was reading it off of Uppity's community wall. Like Pizarro went to the screenshots that Uppity had posted on the community wall and started reading it. And that was before I got over there. And once I got over there and saw what she was doing, Uppity had just been at limits hearing Intrinsic say that she was going to strike it. Uppity was up in Pizarro's chat thinking that she had did her big one while Pizarro reading it, knowing damn well that she was just at limits and she heard Intrinsic say that she was striking. And that was the weird ass backward stuff that I didn't appreciate, y'all. Because I saw her in Lemon's chat when this discussion was happening. So for me to go to other people's panels and other people's chats and see her encouraging but not telling them, hey, be careful because they already talking about flagging, it was the epitome of somebody being a setup queen. Setup. Vashti said, despite the current situation with Lippy Hippie, did I like the poems? I mean, there are a couple of them where she did great as far as the words that she used, but then there are others where not so much. Like case in point, it's one quote in one of those poems where she was talking about like the wind in heaven, and I even talked about that. I don't know if she thought that she was like, being colorful with her words, but wind in heaven just didn't even make sense to me. There was nothing beautiful about that. There was nothing profound about it. It was silly as hell to me because I'm like, there ain't no wind in heaven. Like, what are you saying? Gust of wind, windstorms in heaven? I mean, for me, because I typically do critique it, and good morning, Candy Cane. I critique stuff like that regularly, and especially when I was in grad school. Yeah, we had these workshops where we had to write scripts or write nonfiction pieces. We had to write fictional pieces. And then we would workshop it with our peers and professors, in which we would have to read somebody, like the assignment for that week would be, okay, we got to read, let's say Vashti. The assignment for this week is for us to go through Vashti's artwork. And, sometimes it could be 10 pages, sometimes it could be 20 pages, but we had the entire week to read it. And then when we met in class the following week, everybody would critique Vashti's work because everybody took the week to analyze it, to digest what she was writing and what she was saying. And then we would give our critique and analysis. So for that reason, I'm used to critiquing stuff, and it was a few things in there that I thought, okay, well, that's a nice way that she put the words. But then other things were questionable. But at the same time, I do understand that, I mean, it's Lippy Hippie. What do you expect from Lippy Hippie? You can't expect too much from Lippy Hippie because, I mean, who knows? While she was writing those poems, she probably was drunk out of her mind or high out of her mind. I mean, hell, one of the poems, she was even talking about her drug use. I mean, them poems was really telling about some of the stuff that she was actually admitting to. But for the life of me, I don't understand how she would get on YouTube, though, and lie about all of that stuff as if that evidence ain't out there. Vashti said, oh, yes, I've done that several times in college. Thank you for answering because I think she is a talented poet and I appreciate your analysis. Yeah, it was some things that was pretty good. I will say, like that first poem where she was trying to do a play on the word son, S-O-N versus son, S-U-N. That was probably cute for one line, but she did that entirely too much throughout that particular poem. Like she kept trying to play on those two words at least about 6 or 7 times. And at that particular point, what was cute and artistic about the play on words ended up being overdone and overused, in my opinion. She don't need to keep playing on those two words. No, find something else to play on. Another thing that I saw up in the poetry that I thought was creative was one of the poems she played with the words where she was playing with the months in a year, where January this, February this, and then you marched into this, and then April this, and she did that. I thought that was kind of unique. Some of that didn't make sense, though. The sentence structure did not make sense, but I understood what she was trying to do. I understood what she was trying to do with it, so I would say that that was a good attempt. But some of it didn't make sense. So, yeah. Yvonne A said, I think Ness read one of her poems on live. She shared wanting to write a book of poems. It's certain people in life that they do nothing but dream. And I'm so happy I'm not one of those people. It's certain it's certain people in life that all they are dreamers. They want to write a book of poems. They want to do this. They want to do that. Yet they do nothing. Just imagine if she had spent these years working on that book of poems like she spent these years on damn YouTube making up lies and lie roasting people. Just imagine how better off she would be. Just imagine. After a certain point, saying that you want to write something when you are capable of sitting down and taking the time to do it, it's insane to me. At some point, you got to realize that you ain't getting any younger. So if that's something that you truly want to do, I don't want to hear you sitting around for the last 10 years saying that you want to write a book of poems, but you ain't did nothing towards trying to do that, to make it a reality. I hate that. And I'm not just saying it with her. That's my thought process in life in general. And I've said that countless times with people that I know in real life. One of my exes had that bad. She had that bad. She wanted to do a cookbook, to put her recipes up in a cookbook, because she was a good cook. Don't get me wrong. It's my ex that I was with when I lived in New Orleans. She was a bomb ass cook, y'all. Could cook her ass off. She was from the Lafayette area, is where her family was. So she really knew how to cook. But she always was saying, well, yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that. And y'all, I was with her for 2.5 years, almost 3 years. And that was always her dream, but I never saw her work towards it. And that was a pet peeve. Like, for how long are you going to say that this is what you want to do before you actually just do it? And it started getting on my nerves to hear her just have these pipe dreams about this, that, and the third. And I'm like, girl, start working on the book. At that particular time, self-publishing was a big thing. So all she had to do was get the recipes together and put it on paper, and you could self-publish it your damn self, and let's go from there. But she never could sit down in order to actually put her mind to doing it. So for 3 years of a relationship, I just heard her say, well, I want to do this, I want to do that. And it would irk my nerves because it's like, but you ain't doing it though. I can't stand no damn dreamer. Mm-mm. Stop dreaming and hoping and wishing about what you want to do and get up off your ass and do it. Even if that means setting aside 1 hour. People are busy. I understand that. You could set aside an hour or two every week and just put pen to paper to do what you want to do. Whether it's a cookbook, whether it's a book of poems, if you want to work on your first script, whatever. Set aside an hour or two every week and put pen to paper. And before you know it, you will have a completed first draft of whatever it is. And then you can go from there. Then you can start the revising process. But don't just be sitting around saying what you're going to do. I guess I just went off on that. And y'all know, for me to go off on a tangent like that, I'm very passionate about that. When it comes to anything literary and writing and words, I'm so passionate about it. Otherwise, I wouldn't been in college all of them damn years for it. Would not have been able to sit there and get a damn master's degree for it. But I do believe that no, you can't keep saying, because before you know it, y'all, 10 years have passed by and you still saying what you hope to do. And it's like, girl, that was your dream 10 years ago. What have you done exactly to work towards it? Or are you just talking to be talking? Because I don't want to hear you talk just to talk. So yeah, let me get off that tangent. Y'all just had made me rant. Who in the hell asked me that mess to make me rant like that? Who did that? Oh, that was Yvonne A that put me on that damn tangent. L Blue said next is very creative, but I think she lacks focus and dedication. And then L Blue said that's a great idea. Y'all, I have to look up in this chat to see who in the hell had put me on that damn rant. Vesti said that's what I did when I was learning French and sign language. Correct. You got to make time for it. You got to make time for it. Otherwise, you gonna look up and 6 or 7 years gonna been up past you by, and you still talking about what you wish you could have done. Like, girl, stop talking. You ain't about to do shit. So that's how I feel about that. But either way, y'all, I done been here for my hour and a half, y'all. I'm telling you, I didn't know the flow of this morning show. I came here without a purpose or a plan. I think that's why it's good that I had changed this to a change of plans, because at first I was going to give y'all some throwback content, but then I was like, well, that's going to be too long. Then I was like, well, I don't know what I want to do. But either way, I maneuvered and pieced the puzzle together, and I ended up being able to give y'all something this morning. Hopefully you had something to listen to while you got ready for work, had something to listen to on your way to work. At least the end part of this live, I hope I've encouraged somebody to stop saying about what you want to do and actually do it. Because if you've been saying that you wanted to do XYZ since you was 25 years old, and now you 45 still saying that you want to do XYZ, then you wasting time. If you had a dream or a goal that you wanted to achieve at the age of 25 and you 45 and you ain't achieved it yet, then what the hell you doing but just sitting around talking? So that's how I feel about that. But either way, I hope that everybody has a great, great Monday and a great start to the work week, y'all. I'll see y'all out and about in the YouTube streets, of course. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Please like the video. I wanted to give a shout out to D Miss O for contributing to my goals here this morning. I appreciate the donation, D Miss O, and she set her alarm clock to wake up for me this morning, so that's amazing. But yeah, I'll see y'all around. Y'all take care, be blessed, don't stress, and I will talk to y'all on the flip side. Bye.